Om Shanti. Let's take a quick minute to just settle in before we begin our meditation. And how do I settle in? Just take a nice deep breath. I let everything else go. I am unavailable for distraction. Right now I am completely focused. Even my body will not pull me. No distractions from the body. And now for that ever busy mind of mine, just let it all go. Let everything go. Be present. And let's have about 30 seconds of silence to just totally recharge. And there I am, just like that, relaxed. In 30 quick seconds, totally relaxed and no distractions. Tonight I want to talk about overcoming obstacles. Do you have obstacles in your life? And what do you think these obstacles are about? I tie in any obstacles to perception. Remember, as we say each week, my thoughts create. And I think I have been overly concerned with obstacles. That's usually where I start, is my focus on the things that are not going right. Am I possibly creating an obstacle that isn't there? Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes there are obstacles. But the interesting thing is that when I let things occur, right? When I let go and I let everything else be, many times, in fact, in my own experience, I could say most times, those things that I considered an obstacle, right, turned out to be a benefit. I have a friend that I've been talking to, and she doesn't feel that she's been advancing at work, right? She doesn't feel that she fits in with the other bigwigs, as she calls them, the other ladies in the office. And she has told them for the last 2 years that I would like to grow, all kinds of examples. And so work has become a major obstacle for her. And now work is something that she can't let go of. She has to support her children, things like that. But yet she can't look past those that she reports to, because she has labeled them as an obstacle, right? They are holding me back. And in conversation with her, there were a few examples of where they've actually had her back. They've been working for her and with her, yet she wasn't advanced. So today she cannot see that she wasn't supposed to be advanced or take a higher position. And maybe it relates to that current situation for her. So I've been coaching her on just letting go, really, really letting go. Now, once I'm no longer focusing on the obstacle, or should we say on the apparent obstacle, then I start to see things that are beneficial. And in my own life, where is my focus? Simple example. I can take a shower at night. I can take a shower in the morning. I have the luxury of a shower, right? I can have hot water, cold water. There's no obstacle there. Now in the past, right, I've talked about my own water not being hot enough, and I was allowed to get aggravated, or I allowed myself to get aggravated with things. I'd like to do a little experiment for the next few days, and I'm going to ask you to join me. I want you to walk through life and say this: Everything is working for me. Everyone is working for me. And so now I have to look at that, everything and everyone, and see where the benefit is, right? Because when I'm looking to see that you're not helping me, or that I don't get to work on time because of traffic, whatever obstacles I create, I fail. So now everything is working for me, and I somehow feel lighter. Everyone is working for me. And so lightness is tied into this sense of being free and being liberated. I must practice this, right? Because I do have the eye of judgment, and when I see everyone is working for me, I go from judgment to discernment. And there's quite a difference between judging and discerning. And so my lesson over the next few days is to discern, how is everything working for me? Do I ever worry about a toilet flushing? Do I ever worry about electric at home or at the office? Do I ever worry about the need to put gas in my car? Yes, but it's everywhere. Everything is working for me. And so as I start with the power to discern, I'm also looking for benefit versus what the failure is. I think with situations, that's very easy to see how things are working for me once I begin that practice. The challenge you will find over the next few days is understanding how everyone is working for me. As we understand, greatest obstacles and challenges come through our interactions with others. And so how do I see others? Am I discerning traits in them that I like? Or am I judging what I dislike about them? Right? That's a big key. So going forward with others, again, I'll be honest and say that's my biggest challenge. I'm going to discern, right? What are the good qualities in them? And as I really look at someone, as I really try to look at someone, am I able to see qualities in them? That's going to tell me a lot about myself, right? And so be honest with yourself. Start with the person. That's my biggest challenge. What am I seeing in that person? The challenge is always apparent. Throw that out the window. But when I look at others now, in this one person in particular, what qualities does that person have? As I start to focus on their qualities, positive attributes that I like about them, there's a beautiful thing that happens when I'm discerning and not judging. The mind slowly settles down, and then the heart opens. Now, judging, discerning, both of those come from where? They come from upstairs, the brain that's always working on overtime. And yet love isn't coming from the brain, right? So when I'm working in this way, my heart starts to open. I can shut off my brain a little more, and I feel that love begins to flow a lot easier, right? And that love is also flowing from my heart through my veins and arteries, and it's a nice sense that I feel better, right? And as I feel better, I like others more because I'm in a happier place. So if I want to overcome obstacles, I want to think in this way, right? Everything is working for me, and everyone is working for me because I am now discerning. I'm looking for those qualities in others. As I go to bed tonight, I always brush my teeth before I go to bed. I know everyone does that. I'm sure everyone has a mirror in front of their sink. So once you step in front of that mirror tonight, pause for a moment. And as you pause, you will see that your mind is blitzing even before you go to bed, nonstop. So tonight I'm going to pause. I'm going to become chill. And as I brush my teeth, I'm really going to tap into beautiful me. I'm going to look in that mirror and I'm going to say, I'm healed. I'm healed from being one that judged. And maybe I can look at the qualities that I have. What benefit do I bring to others? Is it that I have a peaceful vibration so that perhaps others are calm in my present? I think the answer is yes. So tell yourself what benefit you're bringing others. Feel good about who you are. Wake up feeling good about who you are. I can guarantee if you do this exercise tonight, you'll also sleep more peacefully. And so tomorrow actually begins tonight when I go to bed. And so am I setting myself up for success tomorrow, starting my day feeling good? As I feel good, I walk into work with a smile. How often am I smiling at others? What are others picking up from me as I smile? What are others picking up from me as I smile? Am I disarming them? Now, when I'm silent in the workplace and always watching others, what are they picking up from me? Probably subtle forms of judgment. Maybe that's being bounced back at me. So I want to stop that. So again, tonight, very peacefully, quiet the mind, brush my teeth, review the qualities that I have about myself. I'll sleep peacefully. I will wake up and I will have a blissful day tomorrow. And I will remember that there are no obstacles, right? And as I look back later, a week or two later, when there are no longer obstacles, everything is bringing me benefit. That'll be the answer to the question that I'm asking, as far as am I no longer judging others? So as I see benefit, there's a beautiful answer, right? How do I feel now? Let's pause for a quick moment. Hearing these things, how do I feel now, right? It's actually, it becomes simple, right? Things are easy. Life is working for me. People are working for me. It's quite incredible. Don't forget, if you are feeling, especially with others, that there's some form of an obstacle occurring, the hard thing to do is look in the mirror. And I wonder, is that coming from me? Am I bouncing that off another? So I'm going to stop all of that. I, going forward, only see qualities in others, right? And this is where I get benefit. This is where they receive benefit. Things become mutual. All right, so let's finish with a real meditation. So in meditation, we don't have to be sitting in any particular position, right? We always think of the yogis and the gurus crossing their legs, holding hands like this, for example. The only thing I say to do is sit so that you're comfortable. Align your spine straight up and down, so sit back in your chair, and this way you won't be pulled by the body. And then I begin with a nice deep breath, and I just relax. And now I can think globally. Usually I'm thinking about myself. Usually I'm thinking about obstacles that I'm going through. But when I step back and when I see the big picture, when I look at the world stage, there's so much going on. I dislike the word suffering. How many are suffering in the world today? Am I one of them? And because I understand vibration, because I understand that my vibration is going out there in the world, because I understand that my vibration creates the atmosphere which surrounds me, I become calm. I recognize my fortune. I am not like all of those in the world who are going through so much turmoil. Mother Nature flares up and wreaks havoc on many. Diseases flare up and wreak havoc on many. People's minds flare up and wreak havoc on many. Without ego, I am not one of them. And so I give out in this way. I recognize that others are suffering, and I do not like any of my brothers or sisters to suffer. And so I also don't want to contribute in that way by contaminating the atmosphere and by polluting with my own thoughts. This separates me from others just so that I can help them. Charity begins by becoming calm. Charity isn't always about money. And so my thoughts, as I meditate, become charitable. And as I become charitable, I give to those who I feel have created the most obstacles in my life. I give to those so that I see them in a different light, so that I see our relationship in a different light. And now, before I close my meditation, I want to think about my immediate surroundings, my house, my family. Everyone has challenges, and I rule my kingdom and myself. And so right now I'm envisioning my family, I'm envisioning my home, and I'm spreading a lot of light, healing light. I think over the next few days, as I continue this practice, I'll consider myself a lighthouse, spreading light wherever I go. I know over the next few days, as my mind settles down, I'm also going to keep my mouth closed. I need space and time where I'm not thinking as much, and therefore I don't have as much to say. So many opinions are out there, and this is pulling from my own state. So many opinions. I'm no longer a part of that. I just become quiet. A lighthouse guides, right? A lighthouse leads others. And this will help me to replenish my own energy so that my light is very, very bright, very strong, and very healing. And so now my house, my domain, my family, and me, everyone is healed. Everyone is healed. And of course, when I close out meditation, my child will come up to me with that problem, and I'm not going to say, hey, you're supposed to be healed, but I'll just smile at them. Maybe my vibration will change them, and I think that's what will happen. And now we will say Om Shanti, and remember that Om is I, the soul, and Shanti means peace. So I am at peace. I am a being of peace, and peace is what I give out. Thank you for joining in tonight. Thank you for spreading these vibrations. Thank you for remembering who you are, just a peaceful soul. And all that junk out there in the world, I no longer invite in. It's that easy. I'm finished, and I'm healed, just like my family. Om